Hey everyone, I'm Luke Notestein in Raleigh. I just interviewed Larry Pickett Sr. about the experience that he and his son had in saving a man's life. They named today Larry Pickett Jr. and Senior Day. Here's part of the interview that we did. If you want to see it, like and subscribe.
So we were in New York for LJ's first game of the year. They were playing Tarleton State. It was the first game, and he got to actually play because he was on the scout team last year as a freshman. So he's a sophomore this year. He's on the field. It's like, wow, we're going to go support him. We can't wait to actually see him get some real game action. So normally, of course, they play on Saturdays, but this was a Friday game. So we all went up, myself, my wife, our two daughters, and his girlfriend, to go support him on that Friday game. So that next day, of course, Saturday, we're free. We're gonna go check out the city. We're gonna go to Times Square. We're gonna go to, just see the sights. You're in New York City. And of course, we've been there. He's been at the military academy since 2023. So he went to the prep school there, which is kind of like, when it comes to the military academies, they don't do red shirting. What they do is they say, look, if you want to get that extra year under your belt, there's a prep school on campus. You can get bigger, stronger, faster, learn the playbook, figure out what this military thing is all about. So obviously he had already been there his prep school year. He had been there his freshman year, and this is his sophomore year. So we've had plenty of time in New York as a family, but it's always fun to go to Times Square, go to Central Park. So we were in the city the night of the accident, and we went to go get something to eat, have dinner, and then head back towards West Point. And that's when we saw the accident. We saw the gentleman who had crashed into the power line. And the power line was under his car, it was flashing, it was sparking, the pole was on top of his vehicle. And so that's when we noticed that there was somebody in need of help.
So when you when you see that, obviously it's a dangerous situation. It sounds like in our conversations that you just reacted and you wanted to help.
Yeah, when we got to the scene, there were already people on the scene, and they were being very cautious. You can't blame them. And even when we got out of the car, there were people telling us, no, don't, because it was live, active power lines. But we knew in the middle of nowhere, at night, it's midnight, that it's going to take a while for first responders to get here. And we knew he didn't have that type of time. With the action that we saw, the power lines flashing, we saw the smoke, we saw the fire, we heard the tires popping. So yes, LJ and I, we just reacted. We just jumped out of the vehicle and we just started running towards it. And unfortunately, the way it worked out, the Lord blessed us, and there was no injury to any of us. Even David Denton, the crash victim, he walked away seemingly no injuries. He had blood on him when we first got there, but it turns out he may have busted his lip or something. He had a concussion. He was out of it when we got there. Shocked possibly, but at the end of the day, everybody walked away without a scratch, pretty much.
My gosh.
Yes, sir.
So you guys, both you and LJ are going there. Did you have to open the car door to get him out?
Yes. So when we got there, when we got on the scene and we noticed the vehicle in the trees and we saw the power lines on it, the car was in the trees and the airbags had deployed. And so we see him in there with the airbags and he's not moving. He's not unconscious though. He's just staring. He's in shock. We're talking to him, we're verbally trying to say, hey man, you gotta get out of there. And when he didn't respond, we knew we had to get him out of there. And that was the moment where we're just blessed that everything worked out the way it did, because touching that vehicle with the live power could have shocked us easily. But we couldn't sit there and watch him burn. I mean, and he wasn't moving. He was just staring straight out. So we got in there, we opened the door, and then we struggled with the seatbelt for a while. Of course, the airbags are out, there's all the action, but we're trying to get it. And once we finally got that seatbelt out, we started getting him, starting to tug him to get him out. And that's about the moment that our youngest daughter started recording on her phone. And that's the clip that went viral of us pulling him out. And on that third tug, that's when I fall down. And my left leg and foot are near that power line. So we're just super blessed that, we walked away without getting shocked.
Right. So this whole thing happens. I mean, it wasn't that much time. Maybe just a couple of minutes from the time you guys decided to go there And by the time you got him out?
Oh, yes. So by the time we saw the vehicle, because when we pulled up to the scene, I'm driving. So I first see, I think it was a white Jeep. I first see a Jeep to the right, and the Jeep was stopped. And it's like, why are we stopped in the middle of the road? And it's like, oh, there's something in the road. And I followed it with my eyes. Oh, that's a power line. Oh, that's a car. Oh, there's somebody in the car.
Right.
So from the time that we saw it and we jumped out to help him out of there to the time that the car was engulfed in flames, it was minutes. I mean, not even that.
Yeah.
Everything happened so quick.
So then that happens. Your daughter, does she post the video somewhere? Is that how people started hearing about this?
So we're driving back, and the police get our statements, take pictures of our driver's license, ask us how they can get in touch with us. Like, all of that part's over. And the police release us, and we start driving back so we can get some rest for the night. And we're talking about the event, of course. And then Lauren, our youngest daughter is like, I recorded it. I'm like, you have it? So I had no clue that she was recording until after the fact, until we're driving back. And then that's when I posted it on social media, and it went viral. It went crazy.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I'm being contacted by everybody from CNN to Good Morning America to Inside Edition. People across the seas were reaching out, trying to see if they can write a story about it. ESPN, you name it. Everybody saw the video, and it went viral. And she's just nonchalantly just recording it.
Yeah.
So yes, I had no clue she had it until we were driving back.
So the clip gets posted.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, I mean, your life kind of changes.
Yeah.
In a way. And not that you guys were looking for this, but I think at least when I first read the story, and I know when some of my coworkers did, it makes you feel good because you're just trying to help somebody.
That's it.
And I think as you reflect on it, do you think you would have done anything different?
Definitely wouldn't have. Let me start it over. I definitely would not have done anything different. Since the accident, many people have reached out to us on social media, people in person, and people who work in that industry around electricity and first responders have told us that we should not have done what we did. We should have waited until the power was turned off, and that's what first responders would have done. Right. But knowing that, and I know LJ feels the same way, we still would have went towards that. Yeah. We don't recommend it. Obviously, everybody's got to figure out what they want to do in their own life, but we're told by the experts that if you see an active power line, you have to wait until the power is off before you go try to rescue that person.
Right.
But to answer your question, wouldn't have done it any other way, even if we've known that.
Yeah, because maybe there was something else working to help you guys, something up above, or
Absolutely. So every interview that we've done, it's been clear that we know that God was with us, Jesus Christ was with us, because there's no way that you're around an active power line and you get that close, you touch a door that's made of metal, aluminum or something, and you're standing in that zone, which everybody says that the ground around it, the tires could have protected the driver because they're rubber, but the ground around it, we're learning from electricity experts, could have been charged, should have been charged.
Right.
But obviously we were protected. We were protected in that moment, and we thank God for that.
Yeah. So LJ's life has been a little bonkers too. And I know, you talk obviously with what his schedule is, it is so regimented. So maybe what advice have you given him on how to handle all this?
So it's funny you say that, because LJ is the type of person, he does not like publicity. He does not. If you look at his social media, he doesn't post. The only reason he has an X account is because I created it when he was in high school to post his film, for recruiters to see it. Yeah. I have a production company, so I have cameras and equipment, right? So at his games, guess what I'm doing? I'm taping, I'm filming. I've got every interception, every touchdown, and I would edit together highlight reels. So that way college coaches can see him. He wouldn't even post them, he wouldn't share them. So I had to create a Twitter account, back then it was Twitter, just to share it, because he's not the type of person who likes this type of attention. He just wants to go to school and play football. So yes, this has been a whirlwind because of all the media surrounding this event. And he's been very gracious to, of course, West Point as well has been very gracious to grant interviews and things like that. He's received awards, and there's talks that he may be up for a Pat Tillman ESPY Award next. And on the Courage Award he's up for at the Capital One Orange Bowl this year. But lots of things. The Tamron Hall Show wants to talk to him. Good Morning America wants him to come. I can go on and on and on. He's like, I just want to play football, and I just want to go to school.
Yeah.
So advice to him about this, he's just taking it, he's just taking it like a professional and, granting the interviews, but he does not like the attention.
Yeah, and you mentioned that, his schedule and his teammates too.
Yes.
He gets up at 6 a.m. or whatever it is, and his day is full.
His day is so full. It starts with formation in the morning, then he's got classes, and then they've got what they call formation, which is like attendance, and they have to make sure everybody's in the right place at the right time, and they've got training, they've got film, they've got practice, they've got treatment, they've got study hall. He can tell you his schedule way better than me, but what I know is from about 6 in the morning to 11 p.m., it's full, and it's somewhere he has to be. He doesn't get to take virtual classes like if he was at another school. He doesn't get to leave on the weekends. It's a very strict schedule when you're at a military school.
Yeah.
But that's what he loves, and that's one of the reasons why he's going to be a great officer in the U.S. Army when he graduates.
Yeah. And just so I have it right, so what year is he in school?
He's a sophomore.
He's a sophomore. And what position does he play primarily?
He's a free safety.
Free safety.
So as a sophomore, currently he's a backup free safety.
Sure.
And then he starts on special teams.
Okay.
So yeah. So
but he's getting that experience so that hopefully, and as he keeps learning and getting better, he'll play and all that stuff.
The way it works at the military academies, they've got 160. You'd have to look at the roster to confirm this. They got way more kids, and they've got so many kids that they can field not a prep team, but a scout team.
Right.
And that scout team, they get them ready for when they're a junior and a senior, it's your turn. They've got so many kids, so it's very different than other schools, which unfortunately most schools are gonna have 40 to 50 new players each year now because of NIL and the transfer portal. Everybody who goes to the United States Military Academy, they know that I'm gonna be here from a freshman and I'm gonna stay the entire time. Like there's no movement, but it's a brotherhood. They are literally together in the summer, in the rain, in the field, with tents and sleeping on the ground and eating MREs together. Like they build a brotherhood. They have to stay in the same dorm rooms, in the same dorm for 4 years.
Wow.
There's no getting an apartment off campus, and there's none of that. They build a brotherhood. They are forced to eat lunch together every day.
Yeah.
They eat dinner together. So when you're at a military academy, the structure of it from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep is all set by the military. So he is a very busy kid.
Wow. But you're proud of him.
We're so proud of him. It's something he's always wanted to do since he was a little kid, and he gets to live out his dream, and we get to watch him do it. And so obviously as parents, we're very proud.
Yeah. And so this weekend, you said you guys are heading to his game?
Yeah, so the Army-Navy game is this weekend. It's the biggest game of the year for us. When you've got the President of the United States who comes to the game, when you've got the Army, there's 1 million strong rooting you on. You've got the Navy rooting on their fans. And it's the pageantry. It's played at an NFL stadium. It's going to be at M&T Bank Stadium because there's not enough room. Ravens Stadium. Yeah, so with the military academies, it's only 4,400 kids, period. So it's a very small campus, so a very small stadium. So it couldn't fit at we have to do these at NFL stadiums.
Right.
In perspective to a big college like an NC State or something that may have 60,000 students, and look at the Alabamas and the big schools. Of course, you got all those students who come to the game, plus all the alumni. So they've got the big stadiums, they've got the big crowds. The military academies, they graduate 1,100 kids a year. It's 4,400 kids there in total at the time. So they don't have room to fit a big game like the Army-Navy game.
Right. So you'll get a day named after you today, and then get ready to. Let's just talk about that briefly. I know there's other people wanting to talk to you. For today, essentially, the mayor and city council is naming naming it Larry Pickett Day. Is that right?
That's correct. There's
When
a
you
proclamation.
Just think about that, like what goes through your mind?
Well, I mean, it's an honor, but I will say the first responders do this every day. If there was an accident that happened today, similar, they wouldn't call Larry Pickett to come help. So it's great, it's an honor, and we're thankful for the people who have put this together, but we want people to know about the first responders who do this for a living, who choose to maybe get a call like this and have to go save somebody. So yes, we're grateful, of the attention, and we're not looking for it, and we're very grateful for Tom Shanahan from the News and Observer for putting this together and having this day named Larry Pickett Day. But we want people to really know about the first responders who do this for a living.
Yeah. I think that's all the questions that I have. Is there anything else you want to share about your family, your son, or just this whole experience?
I would just say that at the end of the day, we're just grateful. We're thankful to Jesus that this man, David Denton, got to spend another Thanksgiving with his family, another Christmas. He gets to walk away and pretty much without a scratch because God put us at the right place at the right time.
Yeah. Wow. Have you spoken to him since? Yeah,
we keep in communication. We've texted, we've called. We're gonna be connected now for life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got each other's numbers, and he's gonna be part of the feature that they're gonna be airing for the Army-Navy game right before the kickoff.
So he's okay.
He's fine. He went back to work about a week later. More than anything, he had to deal with I almost died.
Yeah.
Like that was more what he had to deal with, that part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, he lost his car and things like that. But in talking with him, that was his biggest injury. Like, wow, like that was close.
Yeah. So, and he was by himself in the car.
He was by himself.
There's nobody else. Okay.
Midnight in the middle of nowhere.
And again, I know you may have mentioned it, but you guys were you coming from like Times Square?
Yes. Yeah. So,
heading to
So we had an Airbnb near West Point.
Got it.
So we were leaving Times Square to get back to our Airbnb after a night out of the town.
I see. And that's when you
came across that scene.
Okay. And I know you probably said that. I was just making sure.
And here's one thing I didn't mention. You may have seen it in the clips and things like that I've sent you. Right behind the vehicle in the fire, there was a above ground propane tank. Right there.
Oh, man.
And we didn't know that until the next morning when we were driving back by the scene. You're looking at the scene like, oh, wow, what? So that's in that folder I sent you as well.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So God was with us every step of the way.
You're not kidding. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Well, I'm glad everybody's okay.
Yes, sir.
And,
Yes,
I know you've had to deal with a lot of stuff, but man, it's a positive story.
Yeah.
And so
it is.
It's great to be associated with this, and I'm glad the gentleman is okay.
Yes, me too.
Ooh. And just, this didn't even happen to me, but it almost feels like it did because of how you've described all this.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned like the ESPN article and things like that.
It just came out today. I haven't even read it yet.
But eventually you will.
Yeah,
when you get a second.
I knew it's long. He's been writing it for 6 weeks.
Wow. Which reporter is this?
Ryan Hawkins-Smith.
Okay.
He ran ESPN,
I've heard of him,
magazine, and all that stuff. Been with them 20 years, so they sent their top reporter, and he does like one story a month, but they're long and they're in depth.
Wow.
So I couldn't finish it this morning, and I didn't want to be late and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I hope you get to read. So he spent time with you, and then also with LJ as well.
Then they flew him to New York, spend time with LJ, and then so he put a story together. So he spent time even at our preschool. We own 2 preschools here in town. So he came and he hung out with the kids, and so I'm sure all that's in the story.
Yeah.
So between today, Larry Pickett Day, his article, and then the Army-Navy special that they're going to be airing in front of 10 million live viewers.
Right.
It's just a bit busy weekend for the Pickett family for sure.
Yeah. And obviously LJ couldn't be here because he's getting ready for a big game and it's school and all that stuff.
That's right.